Hello students, welcome to the course Verilog HDL. In the previous video, we discussed regarding the gate delays, how we specify delays to the logic circuits. Okay, so the three types of gate delay we have seen: rise delay, fall delay, and turn off delay. And also we have seen the three different values, okay, minimum, maximum, and typical values we can assign for the three types of delays. So in this video, we'll look at one of the example. Okay, so how we can assign that and how the waveforms will be, and that we'll look at. Okay, so let us consider a simple example to illustrate the use of gate delays to model timing in the logic circuits. Okay, we'll consider a simple module here called as D here. So implements the following logic equations. Okay, so it is having an AND gate, okay, A dot B, and that output will be ORed with the third input. Okay, so it is 2 gate delay. Okay, so 2 gates are there and that is assigned to out. So this is one Boolean expression. Okay, no need to do your design here. So the design itself they have given. So just you need to draw the logic diagram of this. That also they have given how much delay to consider everything. So just you have to write, see the program, and you have to assess the delay. Understanding the delay part here is the important. The gate level implementation is shown in module D. Okay, in the next figure. The module contains 2 gates here with the delays of 5 and 4 time units. So this is what I given, A dot B and its output plus C. So 2 gates are there. We'll see. So just you can draw the diagram. Okay, so A dot B, so you have the AND gate with a delay of 5 time units and its output is named as E. Okay, so it is a wire here, so it should be stored somewhere, right, in the gate level description. So E name is given, and then E and C are ORed. So there is a OR gate with a delay of 4 time units. Okay. So and finally output. So this is a very simple example with a delay. Okay. So how we specify in a program. Okay. So that we are understanding here. So now we see the gate level description for this simple equation. So you write module D. Okay. With the list of ports. What are there? Output, out, and there are 3 inputs, right? A, B, and then C. Okay, so in this list of ports you have to differentiate now which are inputs, which are output. So only one output you have out, and input is A, B, and C. Okay, and we have in the gate level diagram we have used a intermediate internal net, okay, declared as wire. Okay, so then you need to call the 2 gates with the delay as we have seen in previous video. So how to specify the delay, so that we are including now. And then this is the symbol for, okay, and then 5 means what? Delay of 5 for gate 1, and it is all the types of delay: rise delay, fall delay, and turn off delay. Instance name is the output for first AND gate, and AB are the inputs. Okay, similarly next you have OR gate. Okay, so which is having a delay of 4. Okay, so delay is 4. Its instance name out. So inputs are E and C. The output of this AND gate and the C input will be the input. Okay, so this is very simple. Okay, but what we are interested here is, so how this program will be executed in a simulator. Okay, so because we have included delay now, already little bit delay will be there in the program. We will call it as initially 0. Along with that, now these delays will added. So how the execution will occur, that we will try to see. Okay, so now we'll write a stimulus module for this. Okay, so what is meant by stimulus? So it is just checking the inputs and giving the having the outputs. So you have module name is stimulus, we have given no list of ports or port declarations, whereas all the inputs should be declared as register here. So register ABC with a capital names we have given, and wire output should be of net data type, right? So these are all basics you have gone through, so no need to explain again. Then we call the new module now, which we have done. D name is D with its instance name, and then according to this names we have passed the output and inputs. Okay, so you have called the design. So now next step is you have to give the monitor and you have to give the input values to ABC. Okay, you have to change the values. Okay, so initial begin Okay, so no monitor statement is written here, so just we'll analyze it. Okay, a equal to 1 bit 0, b is 1 bit 0, c is 1 bit 0. That means initially all the three values are 0. Okay, so after 10 time units, so here again we are giving the delay. Internally in the design also we have delay, so both we need to club here. Okay, both it will come into picture. So a 1 bit 1, b 1 bit 1, c is 1 bit 1. So this delay for changing this value 00 to 111 for that 10 times units, then 1112 it is changing to 100. Okay, so then we will let 40. So that means simulation time ends at 40 time units. So this is a small module. Okay, and some certain combinations of the 8 inputs we have taken. Okay, not all. So 000, 111 and 100 we have considered here. Okay, sorry. So now we'll see the waveform for this so that you will understand the delay part here. Okay, so that is our main focus here. The waveforms from the simulation are shown in figure below to illustrate the effect of specifying delays on gates. That is what our interest here. The waveforms are not drawn to scale. It means randomly we have drawn it. However, simulation time at each transition is specified below the transition. To understand the simulation, we have written below that. We'll see. So three observations we can see in this waveform. First I will tell and then you can observe. The outputs E and out are initially unknown. Okay, so E and out are initially unknown because it is declared as maybe register. Okay, register default value is X, right? So that's why it is that it will consider. Then at the time 10, okay, so what we are doing, so after ABC all transition to 1. Okay, we have given 111, so out transition to 1 after a delay of 4 time units. Okay, first gate will be AND gate, right? A dot B, so it is having a 4 delay. Okay, so it is written to 1 after a delay of 4 time units, and E changes value to 1 after 5 time units. Okay, so because initially whatever value of E is there, that only it will consider, and both gates will try to give the output. But E will have the new value of gate only after 4 delay, right? So that you will observe. Then at a time 20, B and C transition to 0. Okay, so what we have made from 1112, we have made 100. So B and C we have changed, but E changes value to 0 after 5 to 10 minutes, because effect to happen it will take time, right? Because it is in the delay. And out transition to 0 4 times units after E changes. Okay, so these things we will clarify in the waveform itself so that you don't confuse. Okay, so this is the waveform. So this is how we will see in the laboratory experiments. Okay, so because of the tool we will have, so we can visualize all the inputs. So initially what we have given the value A, B, C are 0, right? Initially we have given 0 till the 10 time minutes. Initially we have given 0 0 0. Because of that, so gate is having 4, E is having 4 delay, and out is having 5, right? So E means just if we see 5. Okay, so AND gate is having 5 delay, and out is having 5 plus 4 9. Okay, so that's why you see here first 4 it is unknown, but as soon as it got the value at the fifth delay, so 0.0, so A dot B will be 0 here. See here in this region. Okay, so it becomes 0. uh, and then out. So once initially whatever E value is there, X, right? X plus C, X plus any value is X itself, right? So it will continue for another 4 time minutes, so till 9. So out is having the value X itself. So when E becomes 0 here, so then there is a 4 delay, right, for OR gate. So then it will become here 0, because it is 0 and this 0, 0 plus 0 is 0. Okay, and this delay will continue for another 4. So as the time 10 time minutes, you have changed the value of uh, 1. Okay, so it becomes 111, right? But you have the delay in the gates, how much it is? 5. So this value of 0 will continue another 5 time minutes. It will continue another 5 time minutes to become 1. Okay, so at 15, okay, because the AND gate is having a delay of 5 time minutes, So once it goes 1 1, so AND gate will have the output 1 now. Okay, so whereas, so this 0 only will be taken in the computation of out, okay, till 4 time units. Okay, so till 4 delay, because OR gate is having 4 delay, no, so it will be doing 0 plus 0 till another 4 delay. So at 14, so what it will become, so you have the E output. Okay, so you have the E output 0, whereas C output 1, right? So this will be taken into picture here. Okay, in this region, so 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay, so 1 plus 0 is 1, so that will be continuing here. Okay, so now next what will happen at a 20, A is 1, but B and C you have made here 0. Okay, but A dot B, it will not immediately goes to 0 here. Okay, see here, again 5 time minutes it will take because of the AND gate delay. Okay, and output will not come to 0. Okay, because of OR gate delay. Okay, once E computation will happen, okay, so E will become 0 because A and B will happen after 5. So then it will add 0 plus 0, and that output will be coming over here. So hope you are understanding this sequence. Okay, so see here the delay. Okay, like that same way here also you can see the delay. Okay, so actually you have changed the input at 20, but actual output it will come on the out at 29, because 5 plus 4 9 gate delay we have given. Okay, so hope this example will little bit understanding for you to understand the delay. So as you see more examples, so you may understand these concepts better. Okay, so this is just to show you, okay, how gate delays can be used. Okay, so it is an useful exercise to understand how the timing for each transition in the above waveform corresponds to the gate delays shown in module D. Okay, so with this we'll complete this delay concept as well as this gate level modeling, this one. Okay, the unit also we are completing. So just to summarize what we have learned so far, okay, in the gate level modeling. Okay, so we have only two parts. One is AND OR and buff not gate types. Based on that we have modeled, and then we have seen the delays and we have seen the delay example. Okay, so in this chapter we discuss how to model gate level logic in Verilog. Okay, so 12 gates are there. In that basically we will use maximum AND OR and NOT gates, right? Even NAND XOR also we can use. Okay, so that is about that, and also discuss different aspects of gate level design. Okay, like 4-bit adder we have seen, multiplexer. Okay, similarly in the lab programs you can do more of such steps. Okay, so now we have completed one type of programming. Okay, so but to lab programs to do, at least we should do the all the three, because lab programs we are doing parallelly with all the three descriptions together, because no need to do the designs again and again. That's why next unit is data flow modeling, and after that we have behavioral modeling. Okay, so at the end of when I am completing able to write first behavioral description program, so you will understand all the programming concept. Then if I start the lab, so you'll understand more. Okay, so at that time college also may reopen and we can directly do it on the PC. Okay, so that's my intention. So you have to complete the whatever aspect done so far. Okay, so almost 23 videos we have done in HDL. So go through that all videos, and this is the 24th one. Okay, the basic gates of basic types of gates are what we have seen here: AND, OR, XOR, buff and NOT. Okay, so again in that NAND, NOR, XNOR is also there. Okay, and each gate has a logic symbol, this we have seen here, and it is having a truth table. Okay, and a corresponding Verilog primitive. Okay, so almost it's the name of the gate itself we have, so that you should not confuse. Primitives are instantiated like modules, except that they are predefined in Verilog. The output of a gate is evaluated as soon as one of its input changes. Okay, so then we have seen the array of built-in primitive instances and user-defined modules can be defined in Verilog. So this part we have observed. Then for gate level design we have started with the, this is the procedure for writing program. Okay, so it is here condensed form is there. I have given you detail, right? So initially we'll have the, for gate level modeling you should have logic diagram. To bring that logic diagram I have added few steps, right? Logic symbol, truth table and boolean expression. Okay, then logic diagram is there. Then if you write the Verilog description for the logic by using the gate primitives, is having 1-to-1 correspondence, then you provide the stimulus, that means providing inputs to the design, and then you will look at the output. Okay, so two design examples we have seen here: 4 to 1 multiplexer and 4-bit full ladder, ripple carry 1, and each step of the design process was explained, right? So this is what we have seen in the first part of the module, or unit. Okay, so again one more unit is there in this module. In the second part we have seen the delays. The three types of delays are associated with gates: rise, fall, and turn off. Okay, and we have defined that Verilog allows specification of 1, 2, or 3 delays for each gate. Okay, you can specify 1 delay, 2 delay, as well as 3 delay, and values of rise, fall, and turn off delays are computed by Verilog based on the 1, 2, or 3 delays specified, as we have seen one of the delay example, right? For each type of delay, a minimum, typical, and maximum value can also be specified. The user can choose which value to apply at simulation time. This provides the flexibility to experiment with 3 delay values without changing the Verilog code. Okay. The effect of propagation delay on waveforms was explained by the simple 2-gate example, AND OR gate, right? With a delay module. For each gate with a delay of t, the output changes t time units after any of the input change. Okay, so we have taken 4 plus 5 9 delay, that's why output is changed after 9, right? So in every situation, if you are giving input change at 10, the actual output change will happen at 19, right? Similarly, if you change the input values at 20 time units, actual output you will see at 29, with respect to the example I am explaining. Okay, so hope it is clear to you. So in the next video we'll be looking at some of the exercises, more exercises, to understand this both parts, delays as well as uh, gate types, how to use, instantiate that, and how to write the stimulus and all. Okay, so hope you like the video. Thank you, we'll see in the next video.